What's up guys, it's Nacho here and welcome to the last football roundup of the season. That's right, the football season has now come to a close and it's sad really. You know, it's been a very long and enduring season. So many teams have won championships, so many teams have got relegated, so many teams have been fighting for the Champions League, Europa League spots, that some teams are pretty much just ready for the summer, including myself. So yeah guys, it's been a fantastic season. I've loved doing this football roundup for you guys. So yeah, let's kick off the last football roundup this season. Starting off the last league that finished, all leagues are finished apart from this one which finished this weekend, Serie A. And in Serie A, it was the big game of the season, which was between Empoli and Crotone, who get the last relegation spot to be relegated into Serie B. That went to Empoli because Crotone did the unthinkable. They were down and out. They didn't sack their manager. All the other teams, Palermo, Empoli, all the teams of all racket were sacked their managers. They kept him. And guess what? It's proven. They don't have to sack your manager to stay in the league. Yeah, you get a bad manager, but the fact is, it's all about teamwork, it's all about finding a way of staying. You have to have that. And Crotone had it this season. I'm happy for them because they were literally the underdogs of underdogs. They did the greatest escape we've ever seen, probably ever in relegation history, to get out of it. Unbelievable achievement. They beat Lazio 3-1. And it was an amazing game. Crotone, a small little town between Crotone, stay in Serie A. It literally is like Crotone win the damn cup or something. It's incredible. It's an amazing achievement. They deserve it. I'm happy for them. I really am. Which means Empoli, who all they need to do is get a win and lose 2-1 to already relegated Palermo. And this sums up Empoli's season. They can't stop conceding goals. I mean, you have a terrible record with them in conceding goals. I think only Pescara actually more goals than Empoli, then you're pretty much going down with that really. And it was coming for it really because they're not good enough, they haven't been good enough. They just stayed up last season and yeah, you can't keep staying up every season. Don't ask me, ask some of the supporters. But yeah, it's what it is. Empoli are relegated. Crotone stay in Serie A for the first time ever. So good luck, kudos to them, hope they have a great season next year and kick on and hopefully, you know, stay in Serie A for a couple more seasons. In other games, Roma win 3-2 against Genoa, which was Francesco Totti's last ever game for Roma. It was an emotional game. It was really touching because, you know, the Roma fans had so many banners of them. They had so many flags. It was a very, very moving game, really. You know, Totti came on, you know, does what he does, really. And I have to say, he is the greatest ever Italian striker of all time. He scored his goal to ratio is ridiculous. He's the top goal scorer in Serie A history. He's won a World Cup for Italy. He actually is what Ryan Giggs was for Manchester United. He's just a one, or even Alan Shearer was for Newcastle. He's a one-horse man. If you look at Roma in the dictionary, Francesco Totti's face will be in because he is Roma. And amazingly, I think he's now going to be the sporting director of Roma, which he could be. Might manage Roma one day. I think he might, and he's been an amazing career and what a player. All I'd say is, good luck in your retirement, mate. You're my friend or a legend. Napoli, which I also do get that second spot in Serie A, which means they automatically qualify for Champions League. Which means Napoli, who beat Sampdoria 4-2, hurdles again, scores over 30 goals this season. What a player he's been this season. He's been the best player in Serie A this year. 30 goals for a freaking midfielder. Absolutely astonishing. Astonishing. Wow. Unbelievable. So he's been amazing. They won 4-2. Means they will be in the Champions League playoffs in August time when they try and get to the Champions League automatic group stages. So they don't do well in the playoffs. No Italian, I think the last time we had last team was 3 Italian teams in the Champions League was way back in 2011. So they don't do well in the playoffs, Napoli, but I have faith they might get out of that playoff, get the automatic Champions League. They will finish third this season. The team that's literally the best team in Serie A, Atalanta. Atalanta finished 4th this season. They finished 4th after beating Kiev 1-0. And I'm running out of words for Atalanta. I mean, they finished above Lazio, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Fiorentina. Unbelievable for a team of that stature. This is a team that was always going to get relegated. And now fourth, only behind the three big clubs, Juventus, Roma and Napoli, who are all world-class players. Ridiculous season. They've done at Leicester City. What a season Lazio have had. And they'll finish fourth this season, which means Lazio will finish fifth this season after they lost to Empoli. So they lost to Crotone, which really doesn't surprise me because Lazio is sort of, ever since they lost the cup in the Coppa Italia to Juventus, they have wheels have come off that team, maybe because they have nothing to play for now, which is understandable. They are in Europe next year in Europa League. So can't they keep their best players like Keita, Felipe Anderson in the summer? We find out that in the summer big time. Juventus already were champions, beat Bologna 2-1. Wasn't really the strongest team because the rest of so many players for the Champions League final against Real Madrid this Saturday. So it really goes to show that Juventus have the strength and depth in the squad like they always do, and Dybala has been amazing for them this year, and if they keep him this summer, Juventus may actually, I think they could win the treble this year. It's going to be really difficult to beat Real Madrid, but let me tell you something, Juventus are the real deal. The real deal now in Europe. Inter Milan season on a high, but they don't get any no European football for Inter Milan for a good long time. I think the first time since 1992 they haven't been in Europe, which is unbelievable to say the least. It tells you how bad season Inter Milan have had. They have sacked 3 managers. 3 freaking managers. They've sacked Roberto Mancini even before the season started. They sacked Frank de Boer for whatever reason. This didn't work. And then they sacked a guy who actually was doing well for them, and then he sacked him anyway. You sack 3 managers in one season. It's just something Inter Milan, something done right. They have new owners, but there's something done right. And the people think Inter Milan are going to fight for Scudetto, mate, they have no chance of fighting for Scudetto until they get a world-class manager and a very good team structure, because they don't have it. Yeah, you got that guy scoring goals, but that's it. You have to have a good defence, and you have to, like Juventus have, Roma, Napoli. You have to have something, sort of. Well, we all know Juventus are, we all know Roma, we all know Napoli. I don't know Inter. They're all over the place. They need something done to that. Maybe Diego Simeone might go there. I don't think he will. Conte, don't think he will go either. So you're pretty much there on you have Spalletti, who looks like he's going to leave Roma to go to Milan. It's not going to happen, but it might. AC Milan will finish 6th this season. 6th? Did they finish 6th? Yeah, AC Milan will finish 6th this season and will get the last Europa League spot ahead of their edge route Inter Milan. And they even know they lost 2-1 to Cagliari in Cagliari's last game at their old stadium, because they go to the new stadium summer. But they end the season on AC Milan, like Inter Milan. A lot of work to be done in the summer. And Torino win 5-3 against Sassuolo. Joe Hart has now been voted the worst goalkeeper in Serie A ever. That's right, ever. There was a poll done, he was the worst goalkeeper ever in Serie A. But that's why my pick, or you'll probably get rid of him. It doesn't look like Joe Hart is going to be at Man City next season, which means there's going to be a couple of clubs come up from. I don't think he'll be a trainer next year, but I do think he might go to the Premier League. Maybe even Liverpool, maybe. We don't know. So guys, let's look at the last Serie A table of the season. Juventus top it, Roma 2nd, Napoli 3rd, Atalanta 4th, Lazio 5th, AC Milan 6th, Inter Milan 7th, Fiorentina 8th, Torino 9th, Sampdoria 10th, Cagliari 11th, Sassuolo 12th, Chievo 4th, Udinese 13th, Chievo 14th, Bologna 15th, Genoa 16th, Crotone stay up 17th, Empoli 18th, Palermo 19th, and last but not least, Pescara 20th. There's your 3 teams relegated, and there's your champions, and there's your teams in Europe. So guys, that's the end of Serie A for this season. Now let's move on to the Cup finals. And the FA Cup final was between Arsenal and Chelsea. Arsenal win the FA Cup. You think your season gets from bad to worse, and you can still rub it in Tottenham's face and say, you know what, Tottenham, you may have finished 2nd, but you didn't win a trophy. So that's probably one thing Arsenal fans can actually rub into Tottenham's face. But hey, they won a trophy. If you actually say, for Arsenal fans, finishing 5th and winning a trophy, I think they would take that, because they don't get a top 4 trophy, but they do get an FA Cup trophy, which is better than a top 4 trophy. So, well, look, Alexis Sanchez was sensational. He was unbelievable in this match. But Arsenal made a bold move and actually playing Xhaka and Rams in this game, and I actually said it was the midfield that was going to win this FA Cup final. But I didn't think that Chelsea's midfield was terrible. Matic and Kante, just whatever happened, it just didn't work. They brought Fabregas on, it changed a bit, but it really wasn't that. The first goal from Arsenal was a handball, it was a handball, but the fact of the matter is, it's not a deliberate handball, it's more like a ball, two hand, next time, where's next time Sanchez going to put his hand, for goodness sakes, I'm going to put his hand here, where's he going to put his hand? You know, so, it was a good goal. You could say Aaron Ramsey's a bit offside, is he interfering in play? I don't think he was. 1-0 Arsenal, they were amazing the first 20 minutes, first half an hour, we were all over Chelsea like a bunch of wild dogs on meat. It was ridiculous. But give credit to Chelsea, they got back in the game. But Arsenal had so many chances. Ramsey missed a sitter. Danny Welbeck missed a big chance. And then it was 1.5 time, and I was saying to myself, Arsenal, they could ruin these chances because they should have been 2, 3, 4, 5-0 up in the first half. Second half, same boat. Chelsea got more possession in the game. They got better. Then they got the red card, which was on Dave Victor Moses. I don't know why he's diving. He could have took a shot on, but he didn't. Then the big chance for Chelsea. With the ball in, Costa scores. And you think to yourself, Arsenal effed up big time. Arsenal are going to fuck it up again because they always do. But give credit to him. A minute later, Drew comes on. He heads the ball into Ramsey. Bang, 2-1. And after that, Arsenal win the FA Cup. And if we get the whole Arsene Wenger will be signing a 2-year contract. He will be at Arsenal next season. And it looks like he's going to spend some money in the summer, which could be a first because I never lost like that. So maybe this is a good time this is probably a good time for Arsenal. They win the FA Cup. Yeah, they may not get Champions League. Maybe a good thing because they have to go and spend money to get into the Champions League next season. So it's probably best for both of them. As for Chelsea, they could have won the double. Chelsea were poor in this game. And Conte has a big problem in his hands. Do I keep Costa or do I sell Costa? If I was him, I would sell Costa. And also, they had the German Cup final this weekend, which was between Dortmund and Frankfurt. But Dortmund win 2-1 thanks to an Aubameyang beautiful pen goal. But Frankfurt played well in this game. Dortmund took the lead. Dembele scores an absolute worldie. Frankfurt come back from bad defending from Dortmund, and then the penalty. Aubameyang scores 2-1. Dortmund win their first German Cup final since they've been in the German Cup final. They've lost 3. They won this one, which is amazing. They've lost to Bayern twice and Wolfsburg. So the fact of the matter is they have done well in the cup finals. Mark Ross finally wins the German Cup final to 4/10 of asking. So Dortmund, Thomas Tuchel's first trophy as a Dortmund manager. So maybe this will keep him as a Dortmund job. Maybe not. But Dortmund next season, if they are going to sell Bayern, have to go and spend big if they're going to challenge Bayern Munich for the Bundesliga title next year. As for Frankfurt, they had a great season, got their German Cup final. They actually were fighting really well for the Europa League spots, which means Freiburg will be in the Europa League next season because Dortmund won. So the fact of the matter is, it's going to be a really difficult summer for their Frankfurt because there's looks like some of the best players going to be sold, but they've had a decent season. They got to a final. What more can you ask for? Bayern's Cup final in the Copa del Rey between Barcelona and Alves. Barcelona, the floor Alves. Alves played really well in this game, but Messi and Cole just showed why they are just too good for everybody else, apart from Real Madrid, in La Liga this season. They won the Copa del Rey with Luis Enrique's last game with Barcelona. It looks like Valverde is going to get that job. And you could say, well, has this been a good season for Barcelona? Not really. If you only win one trophy, they should win the Champions League and the Premier League. They should win the Champions League and La Liga this season. They have really struggled this season because with MSN not playing well, they really don't get. There's only goals from midfield. No, Iniesta hasn't played a lot this season. I don't rate Andrea Gomez. I don't rate him. I also think Rakitic hasn't been out this season. So they've got some players they need to bring in midfield in the summer to get goals because if MSN don't have those 3 have a bad game, which every player does have a bad game because that's the way football is. They struggle. So it's not like Real Madrid who have goals from midfield. They have Isco, they have Modric, they have Kroos who can score goals from midfield. They don't have that Barcelona. So summer they have got big transfer to buy in midfield in the summer. As for Alves, they've had a great season. Top 10 in new promoted team gets a cup final and top 10 in La Liga. What an achievement they've had this season. Congrats to them, they've been sensational. And the last cup final was PSG versus Alger. Alger played fantastic in this game. I don't know how Alger didn't win this game, but their own goal in the last minute won PSG. I think their 11th cup final in a row, which pretty much sums up they're too good for this league. Yeah, I had not a great season. They got humiliated by Barcelona in the Champions League, which I should have won that game. And they've got their second best to Monaco this season in every aspect. But they have won 2 cups, which you have to say is okay. It's an okay season for them. It's not been the best, but it's been an okay season for PSG. Algiers have had a decent season. They can be proud if they got to the final of the French Cup. Also, been Portugal. Portuguese Cup final, Benfica do the double after they beat a team who they thrashed 5-0 in the last game of the season in Liga NOS. So it's not surprising that Benfica will have literally been the best team in Portugal by a counter, really. So guys, now we move on to player of the season in La Liga, Bundesliga, Liga, Serie A and the Premier League. Starting in the Premier League, who's been the best player in the Premier League? Kante. He has been the best. I don't care if people say Hazard, you could say any other player in the Premier League. He's been sensational. He's won 2 Premier League titles back to back from Leicester and Chelsea. Astonishing. Unbelievable. He's been the best player in the Premier League. The best player in the Bundesliga is Aubameyang, top goal scorer. He won then the cup final for Dortmund. He's been a revelation. He's getting better and better and better every single season. The best player in Serie A? Who do you think? You're damn right, Jason Mertens. He's been the most unbelievable record player this year in Serie A. You could say Dzeko, you could say Belotti. I could have easily went for them too, but I went Mertens. I think he's been amazing. To score over 30 goals a season for Napoli and a midfielder, kudos to you. Best player in Ligue 1? Cavani. Goals. He scored 2 against Monaco in the League Cup, the French League Cup final. What a player he's been this season. When Zlatan was sold last summer to Manchester United, he had to step up and score the goals. He's damn well stepped up this season and scored the goals. They may not won the league title, but he damn well is going to be a shoo-in for maybe for a lot of clubs in the summer. And last but not least, the best player in La Liga is Messi. Messi's been amazing this season. He's been you could say Isco, you probably could have said anybody else. I went for him. He's been a revelation. His goals and it's astonishing. What a player he's been for Barcelona this season. Now we move on to goal of the season. Best goal in the Premier League, Emre Can's worldie against Watford, which was, you could have said Giroud's the scorpion kick. You could have said Andy Carroll's world finish against West Ham. But I want this goal because his body bend and moved. It was unbelievable. What a goal that was. The best goal in the Bundesliga is Gnabry's goal for Werder Bremen. That ball in, and the freaking finish is top quality. That's my goal of the Bundesliga this season. The best goal in La Liga, Messi against Real Madrid. What do I really say? A, the last goal to win the match, and B, he went past everybody like not even there. That's my goal of the season in La Liga. Serie A best goal, Verratti. What a finish this is for Sampdoria. Yeah, it's just beautiful ball, and he smashed that in the back of it, in top fucking corner. That's a sensation. That's my goal of the season in Serie A. Goal of the season in Ligue 1, Memphis Depay. Absolute does a job alone, just scores from the halfway line, and the goalkeeper had no chance against Bordeaux. What a finish, and he would be an outside chance for player of the season in Ligue 1 next year. I think it'd be a good sign for Monaco, for Lyon. So guys, that is the end of the football roundup for this season. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a fantastic summer, and stay safe, be yourself, be creative, have fun doing it. As for me, I'm going to take the biggest long month off, and I'll be back, by the way, next season for Series 2 of the Football Roundup, where we talk about more dramatic football in all leagues. And yeah, and also we'll be back with the transfer roundup. We'll be back for Season 3 in a couple of months' time as well. So be on the lookout for that as well. So yeah guys, hope you guys have a fantastic summer. Stay safe. Please like, subscribe, natural.